Hello, Days Are Lives fans. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone. This is for Tuesday, December 31st. Please like, subscribe, and share. Well, Holly goes over to Dougie's, and I like this kid. I think he's gotten into a little bit of trouble with something, but he's looking for a family, and the Hortons are a family. Holly, he can tell she's upset, and, she's almost in tears, and he says, do you want to talk about it? And she said maybe it would be okay, and she told him everything going on. He tried to get her to go on and go to the show with him, get her mind off of it. She didn't want to do it. He said, well, everybody's going to be gone around here except Julie, who's going to bed early. Why don't you sit here and watch the new year in with me? And she's just feeling down. She didn't want to stay. So EJ was taken off to where they're firing him. Jada, it was her idea, which actually it was due to her bad investigator skills that she doesn't have. So Paulina's just ripping him a new one. And Jada's mainly just being smug in the back, and I wish the worst things on both these ladies. The characters, of course. I don't like either one of them now. I go back and forth. I might like them next week. And Paulina's like, you just haven't been doing a good job as DA. And he's like, who are you replacing me with? Is it Melinda Trask? And she says, no. And you'll find out when everybody else does. There she is being smug. But she's going to end up sleeping with and marrying Fake Rafe, I think. And I hope she gets knocked up by him. I just keep saying that. And then EJ can laugh in her face because he knows it's going on. So he's trying to tell them, can you give me a reason? And she told him, you're not doing a good enough job and blah, blah, blah. And he looked at Jada and he said, you did this, didn't you? And we know you did. Meanwhile, back at the house, Rafe and Fake Rafe run into each other. And Fake Rafe, being the dumbass that he is, ends up telling the real Rafe, yeah, they shipped me away for 14 years, Stefano and EJ, so I couldn't testify on your behalf, blah, blah, blah. And so Rafe is like he's picking up his phone and he's dialing, and Fake Rafe's like, what are you doing, man? And real Rafe is like, I'm calling the police. And Fake Rafe ran around the corner and got a big ceramic ball of some type or a statue and goes back in and hits him in the head. So when EJ comes back from getting fired, here's an unconscious Rafe laying on the couch, and I took a picture of it, but it didn't show up in my pictures for some reason. And EJ is just stressed out, and this is not good, I can tell you that. He's passed out, and old Rafe, bad Rafe, Fake Rafe, answers Rafe's phone and goes on and makes a lunch date with his gonna be fiance here. This is pretty funny. And meanwhile, EJ drags what's his name down the basement. I guess they're going to keep him down there. There's Jada, kind of smug in the background. I don't know how that picture. There's the picture. It's supposed to go where I said it was supposed to go. Meanwhile, Ava's trying to break it to Brady that Sophia's mother's on the rampage and Sophia is pregnant, and she ended up slowing him into it, telling him about the conversation she had with Choi girl's mom, and I forget what she said her name was, and he's like, oh no, and she's like, yeah. So he's like, well, I better go home and try to handle this and see what's going on. We don't know if she wants to keep the baby or what. And Ava said no. Meanwhile, at home, Tate's up against the wall as Sophia comes back and says we can't go. And he's like, what's going on? And the mother walks in and she says, it's my fault, you're not going anywhere. So this mother, she is a piece of work, but she's just a mother of a young daughter. I think Sophia is 17, and I think Tate may be 18. And she's telling them they're going to raise this baby together. And he's like, I've got a girlfriend. And she said, oh, too bad. So you just use my daughter. And he said, no. And, she's like, Mom, she doesn't want to go have a baby. And she said, well, what I meant by that is y'all are going to get married. And Tate's like, no. They both said no. They looked terrified. So I think what she's going to do is blackmail Tate into it, because Tate is 18, I'm pretty sure, and Sophia is 17. She'll probably try to say, if you don't, I'm going to get you on statutory rape or something. I don't know how that goes. It's different ages in different states. But she said, I am pro-life. There will be no abortion. I take it your parents are not. And he said, I don't really know how they feel about having a baby or keeping a baby. This has never come up. So she tells her, come on, we got to go plan a wedding. And Tate is just, he's beside himself. Uh, they got themselves into all this mess, all of them, just by making dumb decisions, but they are, basically kids. Brady comes home and he's like, you got something to tell me? And he said, I got a feeling you already know. And he said, you're right, I do. And Brady is being very supporting and loving toward Tate, because Brady has been through this, knocking a woman up that he did not want to be with. So that's how it went off today. I believe it was with this scene. I'm not sure, actually, or either EJ dragging Rafe down the steps. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching.